Yo, this your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fair Channel, man. We're in for a what? Guess what? Another live podcast. And I got my boys with me, Coach D-Way, and you guess what? J-Dub is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's up,
sir.
fellas? All right, you guys, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, but also join the conversation. Y'all, we're gonna dive right into it, man. Listen, when it comes down to boxing. Now, we hear the names of the Floyd Mayweathers and Reese Joe Bud Crawford and the Muhammad Ali's and Mike Tyson. I guess you can throw Jake Paul in there. Probably not.
Maybe for money
purposes, right?
Yes.
But
For marketing.
this young lady right here, in my mind, is the best in boxing, Clarissa Shields. Now, listen, I know you think about women boxing is not really a whole lot to see, but at the end of the day, man, if you ever decide to get bored, to go pull up some of her fights. Listen, I think this lady can fight some dudes. Like literally, she scares me.
You didn't.
She scares me. She comes across as a sweetheart, but you get to hear her talking, man, she scares me. Clarissa Shields is a bad son of a gun. She just recently won a fight in the heavyweight division, so makes her undisputed, the first boxer ever to be undisputed in 4 categories. 4. The first and the only. And guess what? She did it at a heavyweight level at a young lady who was 20 pounds heavier than her. Anybody know boxing? That is a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's hard. And no, it went the distance, but she dropped it. Old girl got saved by the bell. She dropped her at the limelight. So when the girl went down, bing, the bell went, and she got saved by the bell in the last round. And of course, she won by unanimous decision, man. And this is her second time fighting in the heavyweight division. So this is her second time in defense, man. The young lady is off the chain. Y'all know anything about Clarissa Shields? I've been following her. She actually has a movie out there, a biopic on her. I haven't got a chance to see it, but I definitely will watch it, man. I mean, this is. I watched her in the Olympics years ago. You know, her only loss was in the Olympics, and then her rise. She took that and then just built on her career ever since then. Just been rising through the ranks, man. You guys know anything about Clarissa? Or this first time?
So interesting because I've just pulled this up because I wasn't super familiar with her. Let me read one thing to you guys. First of all, her nickname is T-Rex, so I don't want no part of that anyway. So, but
that's a little bit I did know. I knew that little bit.
This is what it says here. And this is a mic drop. Shields is the only boxer in history, female or male, to hold all 4 major world titles in boxing: WBA, WBC, IBF, and the EC. I know you know all this. WBC in all 3 weight classes. I want no part of her anytime. So maybe to be my bodyguard or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She got what made her jump on the scene was several years ago when her and Layla Ali was going back and forth. She declared that she could beat Layla Ali. Now, at that time, Layla Ali is an older lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why.
Yeah, that's not an age. That's an age gap.
Yeah.
But what happened was, I think on her rise up, obviously Clarissa at this time haven't earned all her stripes, but she was a young phenom coming up, and she really believed in herself. And then I think Layla Ali made a comment as what GOATs are supposed to do. You're not there yet. And so that's all she said. And Clarissa took offense to it. And then there became a spar of words going back and forth. But out of respect, Layla Ali did suggest that this young lady could be potentially one of the greatest to ever do it. And I bet if they had a conversation now, the whole temperature would be completely different. Layla Ali would definitely give her flowers because that's the type of classy lady that she is. But yeah, Clarissa Shields. I mean, if you listen to her talk, she can get a little tainted. You know what I'm saying? But she's funny as all outdoors. She went viral earlier part this summer. I don't know if y'all saw that. She was, for whatever reason, there's a lot of women out there, even till this day, even after she just won this battle, there are a lot of women just trolling her and want to fight her. I don't know why. J-Dub, if I know that there's a person who got 4 title defenses, you know what I'm saying, that made history, why do I want to get up there and fight this person and I have no boxing career?
For Limelight. Listen, if you want the most views, then you go after the biggest dog. Even if you get demolished, then you still had more exposure. I'm trying to pick my words wisely.
Yeah.
you still have more exposure than if you beat a lesser dog. So
Yeah.
you want the lead dog. You want the lead dog. And I'm not fixing to sit here and try to lie and say I'm well versed in women's boxing, but I have heard the name, and I was going to say this is the only name that's been worth remembering to a Fairweather fan
Yeah.
since Layla. This is the first name that has been a name that we need to at least commit to memory.
Yeah.
And she's yoked. I don't know if y'all have seen pictures of her recently, but I wish I looked like Carissa Strong sometimes. 0% body fat. Anyway,
So
go ahead.
Here's a question that I want someone to answer. EC, you're probably more versed at this. Who are the two ladies that fought? They were the pre-fight before Jake and Tyson.
Yep.
Who were those two gals?
You know what? It's been a while. I forgot their names, but they were. I think they wasn't heavyweights. I forgot where they are, but I forget those two names. Yeah, don't give me. I don't.
They were middle light. They were middle light.
That was gonna be my question.
How
does Clarissa? Because those two girls had it going on, man.
She would kill them. She's
so much bigger.
Yeah, she's so much bigger. She would kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the weight class. Because that was the thing. She started out, say just like everybody else, as in some of the lighter weights. She beat everybody there. She couldn't really find any competition there. She actually took a brief moment in MMA. She jumped over to mixed martial arts, had a couple of fights over there just to keep fighting. Then she came back down to boxing, and now it was just hard to find fights. But she had
answer your question. I'm sorry. To answer your question, it's Katie Taylor and Amanda Soriano.
Okay,
Amanda Soriano.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be cool, if they could do this, would be to get Layla Ali and get Clarissa Shields someplace, maybe in like a sports bar setting, sitting across the table from each other, having a cold drink and talking boxing. And they're mic'd up. I would love to see that. Just chilling, talking boxing back and forth,
Yeah.
And you could throw another name off in that group that was after Layla Ali, and that's Ann Wolf.
Okay.
Ann Wolf
I remember that name.
Ann Wolf was she went viral for when she overhand right a lady and flattened her real quick. And it was like the lady was a whole lot taller and bigger. You walked in that fight, it was like watching the Iron Drago and Rocky. The lady was so much taller and so much bigger. Ann Wolf just came in, girl swung, and with duck, closed her eyes and overhand right, and boom, flattened her on her back. And of course, Ann Wolf is just one of those type of people. So she got real animated, but that just lived rent free in my head. That picture of that knockout, her eyes rolling back. But Clarissa went viral this summer because when somebody wanted to fight her, showed up to her, found a way to show up to her training facility, and got into a sparring match with her. And Clarissa showed her the reason why there's levels to this game. You just don't get to walk up to somebody's sparring.
Listen, Diana.
So because of the money involved and because of the exposure involved, is this a person that we could see cross over into UFC and mixed martial art and make that the career again because of the money involved?
At this point in her career, I don't think she tried the MMA deal, but her skill set and her body type really, really fits boxing.
Okay,
because she tried it when she was younger, but she would have to lose a lot of weight to get down to MMA because she's not MMA. She's straight. She's flat on her feet. You know what I'm saying? She toes. Yeah, she's not into grappling and stuff like that right now. That's a lot going on.
And so what does Clarissa fight at? What's her weight? What's heavyweight mean for the females?
Let me look that up. I don't know.
Okay, so the reason I asked for a reason.
Okay.
Amanda Soriano won 7 weight classes, but she currently fights at 138. So I'm gonna loop this all the way back to what you said in the beginning. Right? Because size matters. You can't parallel park a dump truck and you can't pull a bulldozer with a Kia.
Okay.
Size matters. What is the job we're looking for? So
the women's they weighs at least 200 pounds. So that's kind of like
so 200 pounds. So Siriana, who has been a champion through 7 classes, according to the internet, and we have to believe it, is 70 pounds lighter than Clarissa, and that means something. That's 70 pounds of muscle. That's I'd be curious. And I can look it up here in a minute if we need to. I'd be curious to know what Layla fought at, not what she is, but what she fought at, right?
Yeah, I don't think Layla was the heavyweight. I think maybe
I
she
don't
was
think she
below.
was either. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of people to be fighting.
Right, because Clarissa, her normal weight is 168. That's like her normal weight where she's comfortable at 168, 170. That's her normal weight. And the fight before last, she had to put on a few extra pounds to get on up to fight that young lady. And so then the next step was to go to heavyweight. So I mean that she take those fights, and she fought the fight hurt.
Yeah,
the girl had to have surgery on her shoulder. She messed up her shoulder doing training session, and she still took that fight anyway and still won on a lady that's 20 pounds heavier than her. Like I said, if I see her in the dark alley, listen, she can have my shoes, my jacket.
No, she
whatever.
can have it all. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna call the police and file a report. I'm not gonna get beat up and kidnapped and all.
So to answer the question, looks like that Layla fought at super middleweight and light heavyweight, which I thought she was a light heavyweight.
Okay.
So
right,
yeah, but for what that's worth.
So their natural weight are close in size. Their natural weight, because Clarissa is not a natural heavyweight. She had to really bulk up to get that. But I just wanted to throw it out there. That was some fun fact, man. But y'all, let's dive into what we really want to talk about. J-Dub had to take a drink to get our emotions in check by what happened this past weekend. Y'all, listen. Under the cover of night, in the silence of darkness, none of us knew what was going on behind the scenes in the front offices here in Dallas, as well as over there in Los Angeles. But out of nowhere, we had a report that Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis will be swapped for each other in a 3-team trade with a couple other players. And y'all, and it started the social media, mainstream media, text message trend, phone calls, you name it. You know what I'm saying? The paperboy was busy. Everybody.
Paperboy was busy.
A lot of media going on behind this, and nobody knew. Wow. Raw thoughts starting with you, Coach.
Well, I started to wear all black tonight, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. And there's only one person that knows the true story.
Yeah.
Only the shadow knows.
Only the shadow. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. For me, and I know J-Dub's going to say something about this too, I hope. But we got to see who a lot of us think is one of the greats, big men of all time, start and end his career in Dallas, and that's the German, the great Dirk Nowitzki.
Right.
And a lot of us thought this was going to be the next guy in line to do that. And yeah, Luka's not perfect, and Luka had his issues, and Luka came with some drama, and he was limited defensively, but he's one of the faces of the bigs. So
the face.
Yeah, if not the face. So yeah, I'm still processing it all and still kind of a little bit in denial. J-Dub talked earlier pre-show backstage about he was in the 5 stages of grieving, and so I can relate to that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna stop and listen to y'all talk about this.
Take it away, J-Dub.
Bro, I don't know where to begin. As I'm a Mav for life. Whoever the Mavericks have, I'm rooting for. That even goes further than my Rockets fanhood, because I won't root for James Harden when he was with the Rockets. But I'm a Mav for life. If James comes to the Mavericks, I'm going to root for him. But on top of that, we're talking about the person who is probably the face of the NBA for the next 7 years. And Nico Harrison, man, you're either fixing to look like a complete moron or you're finna look like a genius. I get it. Luka has some downfalls in conditioning. Luka has some downfalls in injury management. Luka has a whole list of things that we wish were better with him. But at the same time, he's 25 years old. He's been a first-team NBA, All-NBA 5 years. He's been an All-Star 5 years. This is the youngest superstar we have in the league right now. Him and Anthony Edwards. I mean, I know Shai is knocking on the door, but him and Ant-Man are the youngest guys that are the guy, if that makes sense.
And really, and really, the reason why Luka has the edge on that, in my opinion, is because he has done all those things that you said, Jay, and he played in the finals this last year. And while Anthony's a beast, he hasn't gotten
He's still rising.
the exposure yet.
So and like the 5 stages of grief, and most people don't realize you don't go through them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go through them
Right.
2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5,
Mhm.
2, 3, 1. You go back and forth. So
Yeah.
I've been going through justification and acceptance and anger all at the same time, and I just, man, it breaks my heart because, again, I'll go back to what I just said a second ago. Nico Harrison is finna look like a genius, or he's finna look like a complete moron.
Yeah.
Is there a trainer? Is there somebody who can work on his conditioning during the summer that he wants to work with, or is there not? Because that's what it's going to come down to. Can we find that person that Luka shows up ready to go, injury free, or does Luka show up, 25 pounds overweight, ready to be injured at any moment? So, but we're talking about, man. I mean, I'm the biggest Luka fan there is, and I wish he wasn't my favorite player right now, but he is. I wish Anthony Edwards was my favorite player. But I can't make justification of it, and the more I try, the more I feel lost.
Wow. Okay. I like that.
I hate it. I don't like it. And now he's going to the Lakers. He's just another face of the West Coast of the team I root against for no reason. I just it's hard. It's hard. Just like my headline says, color me disappointed. And I'm not against AD, but I'm not for AD because I'm not traditionally a Kentucky fan. So he had to earn my respect when he was in New Orleans. He went to LA. He won the Bubble Dome. I don't know what that means, but he won it. And now I think he's got a team that's set up for Anthony Davis to be successful quickly in Dallas.
Yeah.
But, man, I just hate losing Luka at all costs. I hate losing Luka.
So on the golf course today, talking to a couple guys.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold. Pause.
It's Eric's turn.
Pause. Golf course day, really?
I was on the golf course today talking to a couple guys.
Dave, what is my off days? You know my off days.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's dirty laundry being aired on live stream.
Man, wow. I think I probably did you a favor not getting in this mess today. It was, and is there a conspiracy theory?
I got that coming up next. Conspiracy coming up next. Yeah.
And I think there was a lot under the table that that will come out that people haven't found out yet. So I'm gonna leave it right there.
My thoughts. I posted a video on Facebook and YouTube just a second ago. That's what I was doing before we came on live. To throw my emotions out there. You can guys check that out later. But no, listen, I caught me by surprise. I understand the business of it. I didn't like it, but y'all, over the years, I've had a love-hate relationship with Luka. Obviously, because he's here in Dallas, I'm going to root for him. Mm-hmm. He's our guy. He's the guy that gets us to championships. But there are a lot of times when I watched him play, I wasn't happy at his style of play. I wasn't happy at his lack of defense. I wasn't happy with the fact that he forced situation. Basketball is a game of run and rhythms. Run and rhythm. When you're in a rhythm, you go on a run. And Luka will force it. He will go 0-100 if he had the chance to, because he would just keep jacking, and will not pass the ball. And there were times where I watched Jay's kid had to pull him out just to keep the momentum, just to stop the bleeding. You know what I'm saying? Now he sits down for a while, get a little rest. He come back in and pick up the pace. But when he's cold, he's cold. He's ice cold.
Ice, glacier.
And Jay's kid, right, exactly. Briskin, to my 30 below with no draws on. That's just how cold he is, And Jay Kidd does a real good job coaching and pulling him out. But at the end of the day, you never expected this, especially the way we watched Dirk Nowitzki from being drafted all the way to ending his career here, we thought this was another situation that's going to happen. And all of a sudden, under cover of night, shadow of darkness, nobody knew what was going on.
That's what I think I'm still swallowing right there. I'm still trying to come to terms that y'all didn't let nobody know. Y'all didn't give us any chance. Listen, I agree with everything you said. His conditioning is bad. His arguing over fouls is bad. His fourth quarter defense is bad. But, man, he's the biggest highlight reel in the last 3 years. Can we agree on that? That means something. I don't know what that means, and I'm not ready, and I can't articulate what that means. But, man, he got us to a finals from nowhere. Obviously, Minnesota beat Denver, which is a big deal, and we only had to beat Minnesota, yada, yada, yada. But Luka's been that dude. He's been that highlight reel for the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The conspiracy theory is this, and when we talked about it on the show last year sometime, and my conspiracy theory is this: protect LA. That's they have won in every decade or generation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you talking about from Magic Bird, I mean from Magic Johnson then you got the Kobe and Shaq era, you know, it's like you think about Shaquille O'Neal was with the Orlando Magic and he get traded over there who already had a young Kobe. You got to protect LA.
Sign with free agency.
You got to protect LA.
That's what I was. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So that's what I was talking about today. There's a difference between leaving in free agency. LeBron's a decision. Shaq going to LA. Charles Barkley going to Phoenix. I'm trying to keep it basketball oriented, but it's different to be traded mid-season. You were just in the finals last year because of this dude.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a guy who chose to go somewhere else. A guy whose front office decided you're not worthy of staying on my team. So, again, I bring it back to Nico Harrison. He's either going to be the genius who saw that Luka wasn't going to fulfill the potential, or the idiot who didn't see that this is the face of the NBA for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So I agree with what you're saying with Shaq and all that, but it's a different situation. Tell me another time a top 5 player has been traded. not lost on free agency, but traded outright. I can't even think of one.
No, you haven't seen it, Corey. We're all here in Dallas, and we have mixed emotions on the show. But I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you get, like I say, going back to conspiracy theory, you protect LA at all costs, and there's always going to be some willing and dealing in LA because obviously there's always the East Coast and the West Coast. So it's either going to be New York or Boston or Los Angeles. You know, that's where it's going to be, particularly the Lakers, not the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Boston has always been there, so you're going to protect the East Coast with Boston. And, you know, that's where it's always going to be. You talking about you had Shaq over there. You got him from Orlando. And then when Shaq started getting – him and Kobe started beefing, then you go trade Shaq for
nobody.
I can't – Lamar Odom. Was that Lamar Odom? Yeah.
In a weird, it wasn't even really a trade. It was a trade and sign and free agent thing. It wasn't even a trade. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, regardless how you have it, the idea was that we couldn't win. The winning for Kobe and Shaq has reached its limit. We got to find another way to win. And you have Marc Gasol. You swap the brothers, Mark and Powell, get them on the same team. You know, he wanted Jason Kidd. Kobe wanted Jason Kidd. But he did, and that was the beef between the reason why him and Pau Gasol relationship was rocky at first. Kobe asked to go to Memphis. He went up there with Jerry West and asked to say, Jerry West, I want to be up here. Jerry West, who was one of the executives over at Memphis at the time, told him, like, no, you need to go back to LA to some things brewing. And within, I don't know, a couple of months, all of a sudden, Pau Gasol get traded over there. Because he knew what was going on behind the scenes. Trust me, that if that ain't tampering, I don't know. But you got to protect LA. You know what I'm saying?
If the NBA wants to keep LA relevant, the Chris Paul trade comes into this conversation. The
y'all go ahead.
But I get it though. But
Right,
I mean,
but
this
you
is
know,
as a fan, I'm still trying to struggle through the emotions.
it would be different if LeBron was 34 or 35, you know.
Yeah.
But LeBron, he might not even play again after this year. So he kind of fulfilled. He wanted to play a year with his son, with Bronny. So now you got Luka out there on the island by himself with nobody. If LeBron shuts it down next
And
year,
they're already talking about trading LeBron. They're already talking about now that Luka's there, where can we get for him for the future? Because at a 25-year-old superstar, all-star, you got 10 seasons. You got at least 7 seasons to put something together around him.
Jay, I want to ask you this question because I give you all the props. You turned me. You were telling me about LeBron James when he was in high school, okay? And you told me, hey, you got to. This guy's coming. This guy's coming. This guy's coming. How many more years can he actually do it?
Can he do it? He can do it if he wants to age like Jason Kidd in the league. He can do it for 5 more seasons.
Wow. Because he's 40, right?
If he wants to age like Kobe, like KG, like Hakeem, he's only got a season left at most.
So how old was Vince Carter when he finally retired?
41, about to be 42. I think I think that's close.
Because I know you followed Vince real close. Are you watching?
No, I was trying to see what Corey said. Yeah. No, I agree. Sometimes superstars don't work well together, but as I love Kyrie. I'm a huge fan of Kyrie's story from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
High school, not having a backboard. Coach D-Way can tell you how much I've talked about him. But at the same time, if I had to choose between one or the other, I'm going to choose Luka and try to put a team around Luka, not Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't think that Dallas didn't have – you can't sit there and tell me Dallas has enough now to make a serious run at this thing.
I think they have enough role players if they have the right superstars. So I'm not saying that Kyrie and Anthony Davis are the right superstars. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. But they have the right role players if they have the right Jason Tatum and Jaden Daniels or Shai or whoever the right superstars are, they have the right role players around them.
What are you saying that they're going to make a move and bring in a superstar?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that they lost when they did this trade. Mm-hmm. They traded away their face of the NBA for the next 7 seasons. He is the guy.
Yeah. So this is what I heard.
You traded LeBron when he was with Cleveland after 4 years.
Yeah. So this is what I heard. I heard if y'all were going to do this with Luka, why didn't you do it before the season when you could have really got some big gain out of the deal?
They didn't expect him to get hurt again. They didn't expect for him to get unconditioned again. Mm-hmm. And I am the biggest Luka fan there is, but he keeps making his bed. Bed.
The conspiracy theory I had is just something that I just really, really dove into. And conspiracy or not, you can call it. It holds a lot of weight in my mind as far as why you have to protect LA. Because everything that happened in the league is always happening in LA. LeBron is going out, and so I think it's a situation with the Mavericks is like you want Luka to stay, and then you're trying to see what can you do with this team. The team has been playing well. There's the missing piece, and we know the way Luka plays. Luka comes in, Luka's going to hog the ball. I just call it what it is, and rightfully so. He got getting buckets, right? And you're looking at, okay, if we can bring in another big, maybe we can make this work. But there has been rumblings and talking for a long time about Luka and LeBron playing together. We've heard this, and basically, and I hate to throw LeBron under the bus, but it seemed like LeBron is often every conversation to play with everybody. LeBron and Steph, LeBron and Anthony Edwards, LeBron and Luka. You know what I'm saying? We finally got LeBron and AD when AD was a young phenom. That was a rumor. You know what I'm saying? He had his run with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying?
Kyrie got Dwayne Wade, had his run with Dwayne
Wade. So every time there's a
Chris
young
Bosh,
he played with. I mean, between Dwayne Wade, you know what I'm saying, between Shaquille O'Neal, you know, how many 75th anniversary team members do we have out there? You know what I'm saying?
All
Carmelo
of them.
Anthony.
Yeah, and you got to show some love for Chris Bosh over
For Chris Bosh,
Lincoln boy,
Hall of Famer, but not on the 75th. But look how many Hall of Famers he played with. If you want to throw it out there, you know what I'm saying? He played with a ton of Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? So,
but they can make a run at it if Luka can come back strong and be strong, and LeBron is in the mood. They can make a bunch of noise the last half of the year.
So they don't have enough defense.
Yeah.
So this is it said remind of Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki when they sent Steve Nash packing. And Steve Nash, and the only thing he did when he left the Mavericks be 2-time in back-to-back MVP. That's all he did when he left the Mavericks. You know, would have loved to see him win a ring, but they just never got a chance. Well, he got there, but he just couldn't.
Cuban he didn't want to spend the money, but I mean, part of me, I'm happy about that because I loved seeing J Kidd and Dirk on the floor together. There was nothing better. So.
Yeah, but now
we
what's up, Lou? Lou just chimed on in, man. I know.
Hey, Lou, what's up?
Man, listen. Lou and Coach and TJ, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lou. My phone had to stay plugged in because you talk about every 5 seconds they had a text war going on, man. There was a lot of going on about this trade, man, and you know, and that's what podcasters do. You know, we get in this thing and we have all these offline conversations, man, and it was crazy. I was like, this thing started early right after that happened. You know, the emotion behind it.
Yeah, you know? And I made the mistake of sending that information to J-Dub early Sunday morning, and I thought I was going to send the paramedics up there to Great Falls, Montana.
No, it took me 48 hours to process what I was hearing, and I had to go watch everything. I'm like, the lead NBA reporter. Most of the people on his feed don't believe what he's saying. This is how far-fetched this is. This is crazy.
J-Dub's like fake news.
Oh, my God.
But that's how it was here. The first guy who broke the news, everybody thought he was lying. That was the report that when he first broke it, everybody like, this guy, he's just doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous conversation we're having right now.
So let me ask y'all this question. We saw what happened when Lamar Odom had to leave the Lakers and come here. This is not where he wanted to be. We saw what happened when Rajon Rondo came here. This is not where he wanted to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With a couple other players that came here in this Metroplex. You think AD is going to be the same way when he get here?
I think AD is old enough, and I say old enough meaning years of experience in the NBA. I think he's old enough to know that it's a business and that he didn't get traded to, he didn't get traded to the I was almost going to say the Vancouver Grizzlies. He didn't get traded to a non-contender. He got traded to a team that if they get their stuff together, they can be a legitimate 3-4 seed in the West. So I think he is approaching it from a business standard. I think AD makes the Mavericks a very formidable team, especially on the defensive end. If Clay can continue to shoot well from the perimeter, it makes it good on the offensive end as well, but that's hinged on Clay. I don't think AD shrugged a shoulder at it. The thing that's interesting is that in AD's contract, he had a no trade clause. So before this can be announced, they have to talk to him to make sure he's good with being traded to Dallas. Because if it was him being traded to Orlando or Miami, he'd have said no, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. So he had a no trade clause, so he had to accept it before it could be announced as official. And I think he's coming here with high hopes.
Yeah.
The West is wide open after the first two. There's two that are better than everybody else, and then there's everybody else.
That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on if he comes here with the right head on his shoulder, stay healthy. I think the chemistry that can be built around him and Kyrie and the rest of that team. I think because the excitement is here. We know Dallas is going to open with welcome arms. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He's going to Mark Cuban and somebody's going to give him a business. He gonna be owning something. He
Yeah.
gonna get a car right off the rip. Soon as he land down, one of those Crest Cities gonna
Kirk's
go.
rental car by
Somebody,
Anthony Davis.
I mean, they gonna send him right down on Lemon Avenue. You got all those cars from Maybach all the way to Ferrari. They all gonna give him a car. So he good. So he gonna come
and
in.
so AD's 31, but realistically he's 31, so he can play another 4 or 5 years and be a huge
4 or 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the city of Dallas will embrace him and love him if he plays up to what his potential is. And we all know when he's in the mood, there's nobody better at that position.
And I'm gonna say it here.
Before he's top 5 all time.
And here he can do it at his own pace.
Yeah.
Because he always wanted to play what he always wanted to play for. So here he don't have to play 5. So he get to play his power forward position, and he get to do it at his own pace, you know. So that's what I'm excited to see over here down in the Metroplex, man. Let's jump on over to the next subject, man. We love Luka, but hate to see you go, brother. But you know, business is business. You know, we can only cry so long, and then after a while, we have to get over it. So
I'm gonna give us. I'm a
so I'll give myself another week. You know what I'm saying? We'll give myself until AD make his first triple double with the Mavericks. Then
y'all
we'll
let me know
it.
next year at the All-Star game that I'll quit crying about Luka.
Well,
I know
you can be happy because Luka can only play about a third of the season healthy.
That's right. That's
fact.
What are you gonna do?
So for the last 15 minutes, we got to dive into it, man. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Super Bowl review. Before we go, Corey asked a question because he really, really wants to know our thoughts about everything. And so we talked about it last week, but we go ahead and give Corey. He wanted us to talk about what we think about that guy that the Cowboys decide to hire as a coach. So you see, Corey, you see our faces? Look at J-Dub. J-Dub tells it all.
I want y'all to talk. I don't have anything to say. I'm cowboyed out right now. They've been lost for 3 weeks. They ain't even been playing. I ain't got no more Cowboys.
Speaking of that, yo, is there some mojo in the air in Dallas? Everybody's doing dumb decisions.
Yeah.
I guess Jerry's in charge of the Mavericks now. I'm sure he bought them off camera.
He said, hey, honestly, if Mark Cuban was the owner of the Mavericks, I don't think this happened.
We wouldn't be having this conversation.
We wouldn't be having this
conversation.
conversation.
It wouldn't happen. This is not. Now I'm sorry, we're going to go into Super Bowl, but you want to talk about
go ahead. Yeah.
Are they trying to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas to open a casino around a basketball team?
You just didn't go there.
Yeah, I did. I'm just saying, if Mark Cuban was in charge, he wouldn't let any of the fans be disappointed.
Yeah,
Super Bowl LIX.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you do not move the Mavericks from the Metroplex. North Texas is a hub for major businesses. You're gonna go right down there and get swallowed up into the chaos and dealing with Las Vegas. And that Las Vegas team they put over there to take from Oakland has not really produced a major profit as far as a winning organization and bringing in revenue. And you're not going to go take the Mavericks over there because the Mavericks, we made the finals last year, but that side of the United States is not going to support that team. They're just not. I mean, they are LA heavy. All the fans going to be LA, so you can't take that team over there. You know what I'm saying? So
thank goodness. No sense.
Yeah,
I hate that conspiracy theory. That brought me disappointment and depression. When I read it, I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want that to happen."
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's about the Cowboys. Yeah. We don't know. We hope for the best, but we expect the worst out of the Cowboys with this new coach. That's all we can do. If he come out and do great, we all will be swinging and drinking his Kool-Aid, selling on the corners and stuff. You know what I'm saying, for 25 cents. But right now, we don't buy into it. We expect
somebody start talking about football. Somebody start talking about football.
Football other than those goddamn Cowboys. All right. At 7:00, I got one of my Kansas City friends coming on. He's gonna come in and talk all things the Super Bowl, and we got another guy that's Philly fan we talked about that will be on the show as well. Daniel, what's going on, my brother? He's been in bed since Saturday night. He's talking about the Luka situation. He's talking about another huge Maverick fan, man. This guy right here, I mean, my God. I can hear him right now screaming, Luka, Luka, Luka. Don't trade him. He's already going home. Oh, speaking of what he just said, Corey, Daniel, I'm sorry that you've been in bed. I'm sorry you've been sad. You don't trade a generational player. You're right, but it is what it is. So, starting with the Super Bowl, Corey just answered the first question. Describe your emotions heading into this game in one word, and his word was meh. So, started with you, J. Dub. What did you describe the Super Bowl in one word?
That's a good word, meh or ugh. UGH is. I mean, again, I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again. Part of my soul is rooting for Kansas City to break this record of first 3-team Super Bowl, but I'm personally rooting for Saquon. I want Saquon to have 220 yards and the Super Bowl MVP, and I don't even want to say the team name, especially after talking to Coach. I'm not allowed to say the team name.
Thank you.
I just want Saquon to have MVP and hoist the trophy.
Hold on. Coach banned you from saying the name?
Almost. Close. Not banned, but shouldn't say it. It's more
Coach, this is the FairWeather Fan channel. All opinions are welcome. You gonna change the rules behind the scenes?
Down the Eagles, right?
I didn't even get the memo. Okay.
The Texas family. I'm not allowed to root for the Giants, the Eagles, or the Commanders openly, but I love Jaden Daniels. I love Saquon Barkley.
Oh, it's greatness. Greatness.
But at the same time, it's meh. It's meh. It's ugh. Is what it is. I could care less.
One of the things we talked about
as a team. I'm sorry, Coach. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna watch every snap. I can't wait to see every play and how they all play. But in terms of rooting for a team, I'm not rooting for either team. I'm rooting for players individually.
Well, I hope it goes to a sudden death overtime playoff. And I hope they go all the way through the sudden death period and the score's still tied and they have to start over again. But we talked about it pre-show, pre-game show. What we found out and figured out that Sunday, which is Super Bowl Sunday, is Saquon Barkley's birthday. And for him to go off and have a monster game and a bunch of touchdowns and just kill it would be just so cool to see in the
epic. Epic is the word you're looking for. It's epic. Epic. It'd be memorable. ESPN be talking about it 30 years from now. Mm-hmm. How many Super Bowl players got to play the game on their birthday?
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley had 216 yards with 2 touchdowns.
And you hear at the end of the game, Saquon Barkley, you guys just won the Super Bowl and it's your birthday and you just made the MVP. What do you got to say?
He said, I'm going to Kansas City.
I'm going to Disney World.
Give me some burgers. Give me some Kansas City.
That was great. He's going to Kansas City.
And give me some of that barbecue. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, my God. That's horrible.
Can't wait to
That's
go
what I
to
was
Disney World. Disneyland.
But so we got Corey Patterson. He thinks Philly can have this one, although he said you can never take Kansas City out, because of the refs, the situation. And Daniel McCartney said he's pulling the KC because he cannot stand those Greenbirds.
Come on, I'm with you, Daniel. Daniel, I'm right there with you, brother.
I just want Saquon to win.
So Saquon, if there's a way that Saquon win and the Eagles lose, J-Dub will be happy with that.
Man, I would be so happy.
That means if he get over 2,000 yards, they may force him to be the losing team MVP. You don't know.
Yeah. Amen to that.
So that we'll work on that. Y'all listen, my one word summary of this game is deja vu. We've seen these teams play before, and the last Super Bowl is we did not get that interception. I believe the Eagles win that game. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think the refs was involved, even though some people criticize maybe some of the refs in that situation. But at the end of the day, we've seen these two teams go for it before. And honestly, I'm here for it. I'm excited, because who I'm going to think to win, somebody asked me this the other day as I was walking out the door of work, and I said, hold up, pause. I'll wait till the last 3 seconds of the game to give you my opinion. Right now, I'm repping Kansas City.
FairWeather.
Yeah.
I got this Kansas City hat on. But I can easily, flip real quick.
Oh, what?
That's how I roll. It'll take me but a second.
Chelsea grandma right now.
That's the epitome of FairWeather fan right there.
Don't y'all
you
know?
Saw it live.
Don't y'all
you
know?
Saw the FairWeather fan live right there.
We are definitely switching up in here. That's how we roll.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I guess I'd go. I guess my question would be.
I'm sorry. It's a little bit different than the last time these teams just played because you had a prime Kelsey and a hungry Mahomes versus a hungry Hurts by himself. Well, now Hurts has a hungry Saquon and prime Mahomes is old man Mahomes because 30 is old in the NFL. Remember?
Yeah.
And Travis Kelsey is like geriatric at this point, which I love him. He's the best tight end to ever play. But at 35, you're an old NFL player.
Mm-hmm.
So the Eagles have, I think, so last time I checked, the Chiefs were a 1.5-point favorite. So y'all can correct me. But I think the Eagles should be a 1.5-point favorite, truthfully. With no home field advantage, with the players on each roster, I think the Eagles should be the team that most America expects to win. But I'm wrong, and I'm not a bookie, so that's okay. Right.
This is interesting. This is very, very interesting what Lewis just said. He said Chiefs 27, Eagles 23. Xavier Worthy predicted for Super Bowl MVP.
That would be awesome. I'm rooting for that. Xavier Worthy being Super Bowl MVP, I want that to happen. But I think
have to
reverse. Eagles 27, Chiefs 23 is what I think.
So we have the monster game. You definitely got a one wrong for at least 50 catch a reception touchdown for 50 or more for this to be possible. Because anything less than having a spectacular play, all those passing yardage go to Mahomes as MVP. So
you have two.
So that's where we're going right there. I got my boy joining right now. Let me go ahead and do some mojo around right quick. Boom, boom, boom. What's going on, Dana, man?
How you doing?
Man, what's going on, brother?
All right.
Oh, where you at CI?
Yeah, we're at CI.
Okay.
Trying to get Dave going.
Okay. Dave got his laptop too. Cool. So I got my boy Dana in the house. We got Coach D-Way and J-Dub, man. This is our Kansas City Chiefs fans, y'all. Here's the guy who's responsible for this hat I got on.
Nice.
But Dana, I'm gonna pull you out. We're gonna pull you guys right in at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna let you finish eating, but I still got you on. All right.
Okay, buddy.
Right,
okay, thank you.
Yes, So yeah. So they're gonna be on at 7 o'clock. I'll probably pull them in at 7. So the storyline.
Is he from Kansas City or is he from the Hunt family territory?
No. He's from Kansas. Okay. He's not Kansas City, but he's from up there in Kansas, and then Dave is up there from the East Coast. So, but they both live here in the area. Dave live over in Carrollton, and Dana live over here, not too far from me. So, those are my golf buddies. So, since I didn't get to go golfing with Coach,
he doesn't invite nobody.
But let me ask this question. So we get the scores. So, what is the biggest storyline out of this whole situation? Will it be 3P or will it be redemption? Or will it be either? Or is there anything you can what you about to say, J-Dub?
Well, is the question what do we want or is the question what do we think? Because those are two different answers.
I want to hear what you think.
I would do both of them.
I want the Eagles to win. I want Saquon Barkley to run for 200 yards. I want him to be the MVP.
Yeah.
But based on what we've seen all season, I think the Chiefs win by 3 to 7 points. I don't think it's any more than 7. I don't think it's any more than touchdown. And I'm not against that. That's why I'm so weird with this Super Bowl. I'm not against the Chiefs winning 3 in a row, but I am against the Chiefs losing. So somebody make that make sense to me. I can't even make sense of my own thoughts right now.
I just love the fact, and this has happened more than once. I just love the fact that you got the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and you have both starting quarterbacks are Texas kids.
Yeah,
And that
love
happens.
that.
That happens more times than not. I
H-Town, baby.
love that. Okay. And so,
Hey, what is this? He said, Lewis said, my grandmother always told me to go for the Cowboys. Always told me if the Cowboys not in the playoffs, to go for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs used to be the
Yeah.
Dallas Texans.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Lose
Lewis, I'm with you. I'm with you.
old
That's
school.
why I root for the Chiefs. I don't love the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys. But since the Chiefs were once the Dallas team, they're both in the mix for me.
I love it.
Well, to quote someone that I know well, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win the game right now. Okay, you can go ahead and put your money on this in Vegas. It's gonna be the team that scores the most points.
Boy, profit as a profit in the house.
Okay.
Y'all hear this 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and pull into my two guys. You guys can hang around, and this is about to be some trash talking at its finest.
It's
about to be some trash
that.
talking. So here we go.
Excited.
I'm about to pull.
I'm gonna join in with both sides, and I'm not gonna be impartial.
All right. Here we go.
Hey,
what's
going
I got
on,
Philly. I got
fellas?
Kansas City in the house.
Whoa!
Y'all not ready.
Yes.
It can go either way for me.
Hey,
he's not playing.
You know what? I'm a veteran at this, man. I done did the last 3 podcasts for the last 3 years, man. Kansas City, a Kansas City native, Eric, a Kansas City native, not Kansas. Yeah. Kansas City native.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh, my bad.
Yes. So
So we're gonna let you take it first. So Dana, what are your honest expectations for this Super Bowl matchup? Honest expectation.
Man, I think that it's going to be tough for us. I think that if we contain Saquon Barkley, I think that we can get him. I think that we do have some nice corners, and our defense is no slouch, man. A lot of people don't give Trent McDuffie credit for shutting them receivers down, man. I mean. And so, Spags will do what Spags do. We'll throw that blitz and get Jalen Hurts. Matter of fact, I'm smoking a Jalen Hurts right now.
Oh, wow. Dave, what are your expectations for this game, man? What are your expectations?
Myself, here we go. My expectations is to see us win by 10. I'm calling it like I said.
That's what I think.
Scrub over here talking about he's smoking a Jalen Hurts. We're gonna see who gets smoked because Saquon gonna do the smoking. Mm-hmm. My expectations though is the run game. Of course, y'all been seeing it all year. That's what I expect to see this game.
I like
Saquon gonna have about 110, 115. I call it like I see it.
That's fine. He can have 100. He can have that.
And I also expect the refs to do what they do.
Right.
Here we go with that.
Everybody been saying it all week. Y'all know it.
Tell me this. I understand. Like, I've seen a couple of calls where they were questionable.
Yeah.
But guess what? Every team gets questionable calls sometime. I mean, the refs are human. They, and they there to protect the quarterback. So I don't get all of the hoopla just because it's Pat Mahomes. I used to do the same thing when the Patriots was winning back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to hate Tom Brady. I was like, he getting all the calls.
Yeah.
FairWeather fan.
We get it.
No.
We get it.
Hey, let me ask you this question.
Not baby. Let me ask you this
question. Let me ask you this real honest question, because what you said about Brady, if you wasn't a Kansas City fan, would you be thinking that the refs favored the quarterback? Honest opinion.
Who, me?
Yeah. If you wasn't a Kansas City fan.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
No. Because I thought he said Dave.
No, I did say my Dana. If you wasn't a Chiefs fan, would you still?
No, because you have to still look at the game. If you watch the game, even though if we get a call or two, he still got to go and play. He still got to throw a touchdown. The team still got to function.
Right.
There's no way that he can get one, maybe 2 calls in the game and we still win the game. He's still.
What about momentum?
What do you mean? It's not our fault It's not our fault that we go 15-1.
Yeah,
You trying to tell me out of 15 games, 16 games, we gave one game up. After all of those
We're
games,
talking
you
about
mean to tell me
playoffs, just the
Out of
playoffs.
16 games, and 12 of them were called by a momentum changing swing. Yeah,
No,
I
we're
get
talking
you.
about the
I'm with
playoffs.
you.
What
I'm
get you
with
to the
you.
Super
I'm with
Bowl?
you
you.
The
listen. You
playoffs is what
can't
get you to the Super Bowl, not the
listen.
postseason.
You can't name me 12 momentum swing calls that we've had that other teams hadn't had.
So let
Bro,
me
if you
ask you
give
this.
me a
Yeah.
chance to
So,
write a report, I'll send it to the
I wish
DEA.
you
You understand what
would.
I'm saying?
I wish you would. I
So
wish you
I'm
so
would.
just
here's hey
saying.
guys,
Listen to me. I'm Kansas City. Hunt family is Texas family. I'm with them. But there's been a lot of suspect calls for 17 weeks
Okay.
that I am with. I'm with P. I'm with P. Mahomes. He's from the area I'm from. He went to Texas Tech. I'm with Travis Kelsey. I'm with Buttaker. I'm with all them boys. But they have got a bunch of easy calls. And the Eagles, I'm gonna put my boy over here on the left. They have had to struggle through some of those calls, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So okay. So do you remember the championship game last year?
Yeah,
I mean, not last year when we played the last time we played the Eagles.
I
yeah.
remember all
The
of
I'm
them.
glad you brought that
Go
controversial
up.
ahead
call.
and
The
make your point.
controversial call. How do you feel about the controversial call?
The
Which
controversial
one?
call is the Super Bowl.
The one the holding call. The holding call at the end of the game where their cornerback held our receiver and they called it and it took us down and I think we kicked the field goal or something after that and won the game. How do you feel
Did
about
What
that?
y'all
about all
win?
the rest of the calls that got
Did
y'all
y'all
No,
there?
win?
no.
Yeah, they
Let's talk
won
about
by
the score
3
first.
points.
Yeah,
Let's
who
talk about the
They was
score
getting
remembers
their
first.
ass
if
kicked at
y'all won?
halftime.
If y'all won, nobody remembers.
Hey, so let me. So in the spirit of in the spirit of debate and trash talking, I want you guys to answer this for each other team. So Dave, what is Kansas City biggest strength?
Andy Reid, which is a ex-Philadelphia
Mm-hmm.
Eagles fan,
That's
well coached.
that'll preach right
That's
there.
Yeah, that'll
that's.
preach.
I mean, that's the only person I'm scared of. And Mahomes is good. I don't take nothing from Mahomes, but Andy Reid is a mastermind when it comes to offensive, play calling against, great defenses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's who I'm scared of. Mahomes gonna do what he do, but at the end of if it comes down to crunch time, hey, Andy Reid gonna put him in the right place at the right time.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right.
I agree.
All right, Dana. So what are the Eagles' biggest strengths?
Saquon Barkley.
Mm.
Saquon Barkley.
We own the Eagles. We've been owning the Eagles, but now they got Saquon Barkley. Just added another little dynamic, but we got something for Saquon too, though.
But Saquon, the Eagles have done more for Saquon this year than the Giants did. If we're going to compare it to previous teams, they're pulling plays for him, right? So when he's running a weak offside, he gets a tight end block, he gets a right guard block on the other side. They have done an immaculate job of tailoring the run game to him, pulling guards, pulling tackles, pulling tight ends to the right side.
Absolutely.
So Saquon, and listen, I'm the biggest Saquon Barkley fan there can be. Saquon fell into the lap of a great run offense in the general, right? So you can't give the credit just to him. You have to give the
Right.
credit to the whole O line.
The whole
They are
O-line,
all
right.
doing what he needs him
Well-
to do to rush for 2,000 yards.
Well, that's just like saying you can't just give Andy Reid the credit because had Mahomes, everybody got a
I
block.
gave
The O-line got a
P.
block.
Holmes his credit.
So
Yeah.
You
no, I'm
can't.
saying it's
You
a
can't. I
it's a
agree
team
with you.
sport. If you look at all the sports announcers and ESPN and First Take and they always saying Pat Mahomes against Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley. It takes a whole team, man. Our offensive
Homie,
line got a block.
you watching the wrong sports shows because the ones I watch don't give all the credit to just one person.
They
They
all
give
do.
the credit to everybody, right? Kansas
No, they
City
all
is a squad. Kansas City is
they
a
a
squad.
squad.
They
And
all
it
do
and
the
it
thing
starts
that they were asked to do.
So
right.
let me
And
jump.
that's
So let me jump in real quick. So the one thing that I love about Kansas City is obviously what Dave alluded to, the coaching. the way that Andy Reid manages the game is the most scariest thing, and all teams beware. Because
Absolutely.
you do have Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're not strong in their running game with Pacheco and Hunt, but they seem to do it in tandem. He's going to get the best out of them. They're going to get it when they need to get it. If they need a touchdown on the O-line, he knows how to get it in there with play calling and just clock management. You know what I'm saying? The way he uses everything. I love that about him. And Sirianni has been a product of just having some great players.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dave, last year we saw the fans lined up outside the stadium wishing that Sirianni would run the ball. I just thought by the end of the season he was gone. Middle of the season, he gets into a back and forth with the fans in Philly. I knew he was gone. Now, at the end of the season, it seemed like this dude is coach of the year. So, what are your expectations for Sirianni playing against the guy that you fear the most, Andy Reid?
Well, I think Sirianni was up under Andy Reid for some time, wasn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
And that's what scares me the most, you know. But Sirianni, he's kind of iffy at sometimes, you know. He's a little arrogant, and you know, but he needs to be that this game. And Andy Reid knows that he's arrogant, so that's going to become a problem.
Yeah.
But what I don't go about, you know, Philly fans are Philly fans. We rough, so I don't give a damn who the coach is.
Who's
They
Santa
got
Claus?
issues, right? But hey, he's winning, we winning, and that's all that matters at the end of the year, right?
Yes,
so one thing I'll throw in there is, and I know the coaches don't play, I get it, but if you're going to tell me, hey, you have to pick Steve Spagnuolo or you have to pick Kellen Moore, that's a no-brainer. Spags all day long. Kellen,
Right.
you know, and I know, David, you agree with that, but it's going to be another thing that nobody's talking about. Okay,
I know you're about to say
that. We were talking about this last week. These two defenses are phenomenal.
Yeah.
These two defenses are so good. Okay, Kansas City's defense, Philly's defense, and Dave, I didn't grow up, but I was born in Philadelphia, so I got a lot of people up there. But I want somebody to talk about these two defenses.
Yeah, because you're talking about which one is the scariest out of Mahomes versus Philly defense or Jalen versus the Chiefs defense. Dave, I'll let you go first, Dave.
I'm sorry. Let him go because I didn't even hear the question.
Okay, but we're talking about the defense, so we're talking about. I want both you guys to give a comparison for both these quarterbacks: Mahomes versus the Eagles defense and Jalen versus the Chiefs defense.
Again, is Andy Reid, not even our defensive coach, not even Kansas City's defensive coach, because Andy Reid is going to take over all that. He's going to make the play call, and he's going to, like I said, put guys where they need to be. That's the defense for Kansas City. I can't stop, you know, pushing the fact that Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches out there.
I love that you're saying that because he's going down in history as one of the top two. Yeah,
absolutely. So, I mean, that's where I am with it. Is Andy Reid. I mean, I don't give a damn. I'm not afraid of their defense. I'm afraid of Andy Reid because Philly has the number one overall defense. We're the toughest defense out there. Now, I'm not saying that Kansas City hasn't seen a defense like ours, but Andy Reid has probably seen the schemes that we dial up, and that's what I'm afraid of. Those players, he's going to tell them players what's going on,
right?
Because he knows our defense.
All right, Dan, go ahead. Which one? Back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Jalen versus.
I do agree with Dave. Their defense is a lot tougher than ours, especially their front line. I mean, they get after, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a challenge for us, for our O-line to hey, hold on, fellas. Our O-line to keep Pat Mahomes clean, you know?
Yeah.
And if we can do that, then I think, you know, we'll be fine. We do have a good defense. They're disciplined. You know, they're not a Steelers Philly defense. It's a different type of defense.
Yeah.
You know, we have speed on the corners, or you know, we kind of small in some areas, but you know, we can get after you. You know,
do they have any injuries? Do y'all have any injuries?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
But that kind of gives them the edge a little bit.
Yeah. So
Because
let's do something
we're
fun.
hurt.
Let's do something fun.
Y'all rank. Y'all like a number one defense. Y'all got number one running back. Y'all got a mediocre quarterback. Y'all got top three.
You hear this dude say the mediocre quarterback. Jalen been to the Super Bowl twice in 2 years. What the hell?
Shots fired.
He went to the national championship in college twice.
No,
What are you
but
talking about?
I'm talking about in the NFL. That's why y'all got two number one receivers. Last year y'all had two hell of a good running backs. This year y'all got the running back of the century. So y'all should, you know what I'm saying? How y'all
Okay,
Man,
let me ask y'all this question. So let's say you take Mahomes out of this, you take Saquon out of it, because that'd be too easy. Dano, taking Saquon out of the category, which players from the Eagles would you love to have on your team? You got to pick one. Which player from the Eagles you would love to have on your team?
take Saquon out?
Take Saquon out.
You gonna say AJ Brown? You know?
AJ Brown.
You better say Jordan Davis.
Man.
Who did you say, Doug?
So J-Dub. That's
Dave,
great.
who would you take? Which players would you take other than Mahomes to put on the Eagles?
I don't want none of them clowns.
God, no.
Man,
I'll take
Jim
Andy Reid back.
McDuffie is legit, son. Listen,
I don't want none of them scrubs. But I will say this: they do play hard. They play hard for Andy Reid. But I don't want none of them scrubs. I think Worthy is about. I like Worthy. That's it. And that's because he's a rookie and he's doing his thing.
He doesn't know any better.
You don't know.
Hey, so
You're going to find out.
So that led me to this question. Earlier in the podcast, one of my boys, Louis, came on, and he said he expected that the Chiefs would win, and he said that Xavier Worthy would be MVP. Is that a fair statement or unfair statement?
Who you asking me?
Either one, y'all can take a stab at it.
that's
Well, obviously,
no.
because, yeah.
First of all, the Chiefs won't win. If they do, it's going to be some, I don't even want to cuss, but it's going to be some crap if they do win. Just like the first time we played them in the first Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all remember. The first Super Bowl, we were whooping Kansas City ass at halftime. And I don't know what happened.
Just like
somebody made a phone call. Somebody made a phone call.
Somebody made a phone call.
We came out flat. Like, we didn't even show up at halftime.
But y'all don't know how to.
Jalen fumbling the ball. We not getting no calls.
Yeah.
Turnovers out there. It was crazy. It's just, hey, they wanted Mahomes to be the next Tom Brady. So that's just what it is.
No, that's not true.
They don't like Jalen Hurts. Don't nobody like Philly. We the most hated team in America. I'm
Y'all
serious.
booed Santa Claus.
No, we are. No, actually, we're the most hated team in America.
So everything that Dave just said, because he pretty much answered the next question, about this. Like, if your team lose, if Kansas City lose, because Dave just said they're going to lose. If they lose, think in your mind, what would be the biggest excuse you can have for your team losing?
I'm not gonna have no excuses, man. I mean, we've had a great run, man, and I don't foresee us losing, but just but I'm not playing, and I'm not getting a check for this. If we do, then we lose. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't know what I heard?
But the thing about it is this: Kansas City knows how to win.
Yeah.
And we don't.
You know what I'm saying? If nothing else. To win a Super Bowl. We don't care about other stats, regular season. We don't care about that. We play for one thing. And that's the Super Bowl.
I can already tell you what Kansas City gonna do to stop the Eagles. Yes, I want to know. They're gonna blitz the shit out of Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they are.
I mean, they're gonna make him throw the ball.
Yeah,
they're gonna put a spy on Barkley. They're gonna make him throw the ball. So they're gonna make Jalen Hurts try to win this ball game.
Yeah,
and they don't.
He can't do it.
That's exactly what they're gonna do. So Jalen Hurts, this is his debut to show what he's made of.
Yeah. So, Coach D-Way, real quick. So, we got Kansas City, we got Philadelphia Eagles, we got two super fans over here of both teams. I want you to kind of give a rundown on the fan base. What have you seen out of the Philadelphia Eagle fan base in the recent years? Because I know you're not necessarily a fan of Philadelphia, but talking to you about the fan base.
So first of all, Dave, all my relatives are Philadelphia people. They all live up there. My dad's
This
from
is
up
phenomenal.
there.
Both of them are phenomenal.
And the whole bit.
God, Leo should be on more often.
There's nothing better than Philadelphia fans, and there's nothing worse than Philadelphia fans. Okay,
You said it.
All right.
If you haven't been to a game, you are missing it.
Yeah, I've been to Lincoln Financial, man. And then on the other side, Kansas City Chief fans, they understand what this is all about. They've been there. They haven't. Their expectations are off the chain. So it's gonna be a phenomenal game. I think both fan bases are greatness. I think the X factor here, and David knocked it out of the park, is Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is the X factor here. So that's my take on it.
So J-Dub, same question, but before you answer that question, let me throw this. Last time they played, like always, whenever Philly show up, there's got to be a fight. Philly fans will always fight.
No, they will. They fought Santa Claus. They fought
There's going to be a fight somewhere in the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's going to be in the stadium, outside. There's going to be a fight.
Oh, it's going to be something going on. Yeah, security.
I don't know the question. I wasn't paying enough attention.
So I want you to kind of give a rundown on the fan base, because you already said the Eagles fans boo Santa Claus. So, got to give a rundown on both fan bases.
So it's not any one of them. It's not Kansas City. It's not Philadelphia, either one. It's those people on Bourbon Street that have been causing trouble all week long. They already causing trouble. But my point is, I agree that Kansas City is the better team. The better team from top to bottom. If you want to look at it from a depth chart, if you want to look at it from
a depth chart,
no, whatever you want to talk about.
I don't even believe that. I do. I think.
But Philadelphia is the better team at the superstar position. Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes is on the downside of his career. We're gonna see what he does with that, like Tom Brady and John Elway and all the boys did. The in terms of talent wise, the Eagles should win this game, but in terms of experience and personality wise, Kansas City should win this game. So I can't wait. I have nothing to say, but I like to throw bombs into y'all arguing, because your arguments are making me feel better about myself.
All right, then. So here we go. We're going into the uninterrupted part of this situation, and I'm gonna give each guys just a rant to talk about your team, to talk about what to do. Give your best trash talking about the other team. Let's go ahead and start with Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Yes, I want Dave to go
trash
first.
Talking about the other team.
Yeah, like hype your team up, whatever you got. It is your part. Just go ahead. It's on you. You go ahead and go.
First of all, Saquon gonna, like I said in the beginning, Saquon gonna run all over him. I don't want to see his face. Put it on all of y'all, because I want to see all of y'all.
Gotcha.
I'm talking to y'all. Yeah, Saquon gonna run over him like I don't know, but they don't have no answer for him but Andy Reid, and Andy Reid is not on the field. Right. And if they stop Saquon, remember we got Smith, we got Goddard, we got Brown. So hey, we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna come in, show up, and show out all day long. I don't give a damn about Kansas City Chiefs. They going down. We the Eagles. We're gonna soar that day.
Eagles soar. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Damn Chiefs. I don't give a damn about no Chiefs.
All right, Dana, it's on you.
Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, Jalen.
See, we always gotta hate on Jalen.
That tastes good.
Wait. Everybody was quiet for a second. Can y'all get to Jalen? Can y'all get to him?
That's a good question.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. J-Dub, we don't need to get to him.
No, you do.
No, we don't. I'm
if you're going to disrupt the offense, if you're going to disrupt the running game, you have to get to the quarterback.
He's gonna come to us.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna
all
help.
right, all
He's gonna
right,
come to
all
us.
right.
Oh snap!
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because he think he Lamar Jackson. He you know what I'm saying? He think he's all of that. But when
No,
he
he
come to
don't.
us, we gonna handle him. We gonna
Hey,
handle him. And guess what?
hey,
All this Eagle talk, man. The Eagles have had a strong team for the last 3-4 years. They should have been in one Super Bowl. But
hey,
all these Eagles
Last year.
they.
Yeah.
That was Andy Reid talking right there. Cause that sounds like we gonna sit around and make this man think he can run that ball. We gonna,
Yeah.
and as soon as he come outside past some tackles, it's over.
Hey,
that's what's gonna
they
happen.
don't even have nobody to catch
That's what's
that
gonna
man.
happen.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He talking about Jalen Hurts. He didn't say nothing about Saquon because he don't have an answer for him.
Saquon,
That's what
you know
Dana
what?
said.
I'm
He
gonna be
said,
honest with you.
Every
Saquon,
team has tried to shut him down.
no, we just have to contain Saquon. Saquon go
Okay,
get
so name.
Saquon ain't gonna get 150. Wait, Saquon maybe get 80, 90, whatever.
so.
Hey,
So Dana,
do
speak to
we
that.
got the
So,
best
But
O line
they
in
all
football? Don't we got the best O line in football?
so Dana,
got the best.
speak on that real quick.
Yes.
Speak on that.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
Okay, here we
strategy.
go.
Yeah.
So hold on. So you got the best O line in football. You got the best D line in football. You got a mediocre quarterback who ain't gonna get you over the hump. You got the best running back. You got two receivers, and y'all still ain't won no Super Bowl. So what makes you think that you can beat the big dogs? You can't. You gotta. It's a thinking man's game, man.
But
You can't.
Dana,
You gotta
what
work
is
the talent.
what is it? What do you think would be the best plan for the Chiefs to contain Saquon Barkley? Because that's what you said, contain. What do you think is the best plan for that?
Well, we'll probably blitz and put a spy, or we put additional backs in the box. I mean, hold for a significant amount of time, then we can go that blitz. We can go. Spags can be creative. He'll throw a corner blitz. He can do all kind of stuff, man. He's very creative, man.
I got something to
Very
say.
creative. Very creative. And it's going to take Jalen Hurts is going to have to figure out what Spags is doing. That's going to be a problem. You'll see another fumble.
It's gonna be a problem.
You'll see another fumble. You'll see another.
That I agree with.
You'll see
Go ahead.
another fumble. You'll see another interception.
Coach, I have
And
a question for you.
Go ahead, Dave.
Now,
Yes, sir.
all year, I don't know how many Philly games y'all done watched this year, but
All of them.
one of our problems that I have with Kellen Moore is he doesn't throw the screen pass. It's going to be a problem for us this game against Andy Reid if he doesn't throw the screen pass against the blitz, because they're going to bring it to Hurts, like I said. So in this game, if you guys see Kellen Moore throw screen passes to Barkley, that's going to be the X factor for Philly as far as our offense. If Kellen Moore pulls out a different playbook and starts throwing the screen pass, because you haven't seen it all year.
And man, David,
Passes.
Dave, you make it. That's a great point you make. In addition to the screen to Saquon, I'd like to see him come with a tight end screen to Ertz too. I think
be great too.
Against that blitz package of Spags, I think it would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I like where you're going with
You
that.
mean to Goddard, not Ertz, to Goddard.
Yeah,
No. My bad. Got it. My bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's another Philly player of ours, But hey,
So hook plays to the receivers, because I'm a big fan of McDuffie, and he is not going to let them go with the air out. He's not going to let them go with the crossing.
and we don't do that often this year because we haven't had to. But if he brings in the screen passes and the quick slants down through the middle on those blitz packages,
So good.
it will be fine.
That's so good.
Telling you,
I agree.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Kellen Moore, hold on, Dana. One thing about Kellen Moore, he loves what hurts the Eagles is the timing. Kellen Moore likes to see the ball aired out when a pass is thrown. You don't see a lot of quick passes.
Right.
So if they bring that into the playbook, y'all haven't seen that. Kansas City, no one has seen that all year. Quick slants, screens, short dumps to Barkley, short dumps to I don't even think Gainwell is gonna play. I'm not sure yet.
No. He don't.
Quick dumps because we have the speed. If we see this game, that'll be the X factor to me. Coach, do
Yeah.
you agree?
I like that.
Dave, I just when you said game one, I just had a thought. When you start talking about the screenplays and stuff like that, Gainwell, that's one thing Nick Sirianni has been able to use him in is his passing play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if there is a screenplay, I think that would be a situation where Gainwell gets in the game, and I think that's something he can really execute in for Philadelphia.
Well, I know he got hurt. He got a concussion, so I don't know.
So
if
he's out.
Be able to play. I'm not
Dana,
sure.
you got a troll. I just want to give Dana his troll. His troll is over here in the feed. You see the screen, Dana?
I do see.
Oh my Lord!
You know,
Oh, Lord.
I expect that from a disgruntled
105.
San Francisco 49er fan that we had already beat twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, listen.
And Dave will be the same way after we beat them. I mean,
Listen, we got to play against Andy Reid and the referees. So I'm not worried about those other balls.
it's gonna always be an excuse, Dave.
Here's
So
the question.
1 versus 16.
Let me have this one. Let me have this one, EC.
Go ahead, Coach.
Here's the question. I'm going to start with Dana first, okay? I want you to answer this question.
Dana, pull up to your microphone.
And then I'm going to have David answer this question. You ready, Dana?
Go for it.
The Kansas City Chiefs win if.
We contain Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Yeah. There it
David, the Philadelphia Eagles win if.
We throw the screen pass and quick slants.
I love it. I love it.
Y'all stop short pass. Philadelphia has to stop the short pass.
I'm not worried about our defense. Our defense is going to do their job. I'm worried about Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore has never been here that if I do my homework, I don't think Kellen Moore has been in a game this big. Has he, Coach? Do you know?
No.
Eric?
No.
From Dallas to
that's why I said Andy Reid is the X factor for the Chiefs because he's been here. He's the play caller. Kellen Moore hasn't.
I want to tell you who the X factor is for the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts if he plays like Jalen Hurts is capable of playing,
like the last game,
if he plays like he's capable of playing, Eagles win this game.
Yeah. So,
a
few weeks ago, right?
The moment is too big for him. You know, he's one of those type of quarterbacks.
Too big for who? Jalen Hurts?
Well, he's been there, so I don't think it's too big. He's been there.
I'm gonna tell you. Because the last time we played, he fumbled the ball the whole second half.
That's why I said if Jalen Hurts plays like he's capable of playing.
Oh, I get it, but he's one of those type of.
No, I get it.
You can't get you over the hump, man.
And secondly, if the Eagles front seven can bother Mahomes, if they can bother Mahomes.
It's the front. Are we going to rush? I hope we only rush 3.
Right.
I hope we only rush 3 and not 4.
Right.
If we rush 3.
Look.
So a few weeks ago during the playoffs, we talked about it. We analyzed the Kansas City Chiefs, and the one thing that we discovered, J-Dub and Coach D-Way, is that the lack of production from Travis Kelce all season long, and it was the divisional game. The day of the second round when they came out, I forgot who they against Baltimore, not Baltimore, but who was that they played against? Texans. And we said if they can contain Travis, they can win that game. Mm-hmm. Travis had the best game of the whole season during that playoff. Mm-hmm. We turned around and said, okay, now they're going against Buffalo. If they can do the exact same thing, you know what I'm saying, and understand the memo, don't let this guy get open. They contained them, but yet Kansas City still won. So go ahead, Dana.
So the good thing about Andy Reid is, to Dave's point, sometimes Andy Reid, he'll put you on ice so the defense will be thrown off. And then when it's time to flip the switch, now you'll start seeing all these different plays that you haven't seen all year. You'll start seeing other people like Hollywood Brown. Can't sleep on Hollywood Brown. You know, DeAndre right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what they did. DeAndre Hopkins. Brett Veach is so smart. He had a clause, I think, in his contract where if he didn't get so many yards, he would get a higher pick from Tennessee. So they kind of had him on ice for most of the season. But now you may see Hawk go crazy. So it's always that little thing that Andy Reid comes with that you don't even understand what's going to happen. Like we beat San Francisco with the same play. If y'all seen what the last year's Super Bowl, we beat them with the same damn play.
Yeah.
Just ran it from different sides.
Yeah.
Hot dog. With a receiver came across, he faked like he was going across the line and came back and they threw the touchdown. And they did it again. So, and we may do it again with the Eagles. Just
Well,
never
yeah,
know.
Yeah, you said the right word.
be
You
fair.
said may.
To be fair, Dana, do you agree?
I don't know what he's going to draw.
Do you agree? This is not the San Francisco team. This Eagles team is not that team.
No.
You agree with that? Like this is even the first time you guys played. This is not the exact same team. This team is a very, 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 very scary team. This is going to probably be the toughest match Kansas City ever had.
The only thing that they didn't have is Saquon Barkley.
Ever. What?
That's the
since
only
that game?
thing since we played them.
Yeah.
They still had a top team. They had the two.
No.
Hold on. You had the two receivers on the wings. These are and we didn't even have. You have to think, man. Y'all can't even beat us at our worst.
Okay, if you guys remember, I'm not listening to this guy because think about it. If anybody know the history of the Eagles in the last few years, we've had new offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators.
I'm talking about y'all players. I'm talking about y'all players. Y'all had the same damn players.
I'm still hung up on that.
Coach,
y'all can't even beat us at our worst.
We have had new offensive coaches and defensive coaches for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I can coach that too.
Jalen Hurts has had a new coach damn near every year.
This is a whole new look for the Eagles, and so I don't have a lot of confidence in Kellen Moore, but he doesn't get to play. So
it's a new look, but it's the same players. The only person that they didn't have is Saquon.
That's a big person.
That's
a big person.
Are you afraid? Autumn is asking about AJ Brown. Are you afraid of AJ Brown?
No, because AJ Brown is a big crybaby. He's selfish. So when they don't throw the ball, when they don't throw the ball to him, guess what? He's gonna sit on the. He's gonna sit on
flame on that fire.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna sit on the
dub him. All I know, if y'all
he's
don't
gonna sit on the sideline. Oh, McGuffey got him. McGuffey gonna lock him up.
You're gonna see a dub.
McGuffey gonna lock him up.
Believe that.
And then he gonna read a book, and then that's gonna throw the whole feng shui off of the Eagles.
Yeah,
and they gonna have to run the ball.
Don't mean the same playmaking. Exactly.
Yeah,
okay.
I like it. Dave, speaking of AJ Brown, and this is what I want you as a fan to explain to everybody. We've seen these so-called implosion last year with AJ Brown. We saw it this year. Now he's reading books on the sideline. So I on this show, and I had to eat my words. I came on the show and said the Philadelphia Eagles will implode in the middle of the season. I had to come back and have a whole episode dedicated to eat my words. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just their way of trying to bring more clickbait to the Eagles organization, but explain to us the whole dynamic and the emotional roller coaster with AJ Brown.
I don't see nothing wrong with AJ Brown. I mean, if I was a receiver out there and I'm running hard every play, and then you're not throwing me the damn ball, I'm gonna go cuss your ass out, just like he do. He's reading that book to calm himself down so he don't let his emotions get the best of him. I totally agree with you.
That's awesome.
Maybe all you want, but hell, if I'm one of the number one players on the team,
but guess what?
I should be getting the ball XYZ amount of time.
Guess what that does to the team?
Then that's
what that does to the team. That's what that does to the team. Like when Travis Kelce for the first 6 games, everybody's like, "Where's Travis Kelce? Where's Travis Kelce? Where's Travis Kelce?" You didn't see him just crying and whining. Come on, man. It's a team sport.
To me, Travis Kelce is overrated. I'm sorry. I don't care for him. They don't hold that guy.
Numbers don't lie.
He be wide open every time.
Numbers don't lie.
Why? Wide open every time.
Is that because he overrated?
Because that's Andy Reid. It don't have nothing to do with his route running.
It's
not that fast.
Tell you why.
So if he was fast, if he was blazing fast, then I would agree with that. But he's not.
So tell me,
they do not dub that dude. They don't dub him because they have to worry about Patrick Mahomes running the damn ball. That's
the thing about him is they'll put him in a certain set. for him to run a certain route, he'll read the defense and he'll run to the open space. He's gonna run that route. So that's what makes him so elite.
It's zones everybody plays zones on him. Bump his
Right,
ass on the line and make him earn what he's getting.
Can't bump him.
Oh snap!
You can't bump him.
Finally,
You put a big enough. You put a tough
Dana
man
got a
on
little
him
help in here because then you getting beat up on this show. I just want to let you know that right now. But you finally got a little help. I mean, you has been getting handed to. I've been quiet.
Of course.
You know,
Of course we gonna get
I'm
beat
still
up.
wearing Chiefs hat over here, but you have getting beat up. But you got some help over here.
Because you know what's gonna happen.
Right.
That's why you know what's gonna happen.
To Autumn's question, what is the book that Jalen Hurts, that AJ Brown was reading? It's called Inner Excellence, and it's been trending on social media, on Amazon. So it's been a top seller ever since we've been reading it. So Inner Excellence. So go ahead and check that out, Autumn, if you want to check that book out. Any of you guys who are watching. As we come down to the close of this segment, we can keep it going. I don't care. Let me ask you one question, Dave, because you've been winning this debate. Give me a storyline that you would love to see at the end of this Super Bowl. Like, what would be the perfect storyline?
It's good.
Jalen Hurts throwing a 60-yarder to AJ Brown to close this damn game out.
Whew.
That would be the best story of all time. So it can shut all the mouths of these Chiefs fans and all these hater fans that Jalen Hurts is a washed-up quarterback. He's not all that, like he's saying, mediocre. You can't say a quarterback is mediocre if he's been to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years.
Right.
He's been in multiple championship games in college. What, Heisman? I mean,
we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about the NFL.
It doesn't matter. That's the storyline that I want to see. A 60-yard pass to AJ Brown for the game winner. Headlines.
At the end of the day, he's a mediocre quarterback with a lot of talent around him. He kind of look. If I blink, if I squint my eyes, it kind of look like the quarterback from San Francisco.
Ooh, dang!
Y'all looking at quarterback.
Dang.
Is that me? Is that me talking?
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's not gonna get you over the hump. If you're looking at a legendary,
where are we at right now? We're over the hump.
He's playing with a legend. He's playing against a legendary quarterback who's done it with offense. Who's done it I mean, y'all can't even beat us at our worst.
Wow.
How you think you gonna beat us at our best and our top receivers out?
So you saying y'all at y'all best right now?
We're not even at full throttle.
Hey, Dana, we got a little fact check coming in.
I don't think y'all ever been in full throttle. As long as you got the refs on your back, you'll be all right.
Hey, Dana, there's a little fact check coming in by Autumn. She said you literally just said that they didn't have any players. Now you said they got extra players around them.
Right.
So,
he contradicting himself.
Last year,
if
you look at it, if you know anything about football, look at it. Last year, our receivers couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah,
last year.
Y'all had to drop out
They
this
didn't
last
have
year.
to. All they got to do is throw it to them, and they're going to get pass interference called on them. So, they ain't gonna catch the ball.
Hey, but Dave, hold up, Dana, for a second. Dave, real quick. So the storyline. So we talked about Jalen Hurts doing his thing, saying having a phenomenal game. Obviously, if the storyline would be Jalen Hurts be MVP. Do you want? Would you add the redemption narrative to this storyline if they win this game, or you want it to be what it is?
I want it to be what it is.
So no redemption, nothing. It's just us.
Yeah.
All right, Dana, you have the floor. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
No. I just want to shut everybody's mouths with all this hate against Philly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the best players. We supposedly had this. We supposedly had that. Jalen sucks. All this crap. The coach should have been fired. But we in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're in the Super Bowl.
We're in the Super Bowl. What more do we have to do to prove it? Yeah, obviously it's going to be a winner and it's going to be a loser. If we lose, hell, we still made it. It's the most you can say for the other 30-some teams.
Yeah.
We're at least getting there. And without Jalen, I don't believe that we would be there.
Thanks.
Everybody's saying Saquon, but Jalen do his thing too.
Yeah.
So it takes a decent quarterback.
You can't be Saquon without Jalen.
Right.
We got there without Saquon.
So, Dana, this question is to you.
Without Saquon before.
So Dana, this question is to you. This y'all team has been really funny to watch these last couple of months, right? Because honestly, there's a lot of people who don't like the Eagles, especially here in the Metroplex. The Eagles are the most hated team in the Metroplex, right?
Right.
But you win the most hated team in the Metroplex, especially being a Cowboy fan in the NFC East. Then you got a team that people are tired of seeing winning. And now
Like the
it's almost
Patriots.
like trying to pick the lesser of two evils. So for you guys, what would be the perfect storyline if you guys win this Super Bowl?
Go ahead, Dan.
I think the perfect storyline would be give us the ball at the end of the game, like y'all always do. Give us the ball with 2 minutes left, down by 3, or down by 1, or down by 2. Give us
Y'all
the
gonna be
ball
down by more than that.
and watch Pat Mahomes. watch Pat Mahomes down. And
You'll be down by more than that.
And
just
Bucker,
don't see it.
and Bucker kicked the winning field goal like he been doing.
Yeah. So I got to ask this question because this is what, this has been the major storyline coming out of this. If the Kansas City Chiefs win, is history being made? Being from Kansas City and being a Kansas City Chiefs fan, what does this history-making moment, if they win, to be the only team to have a three-peat, what does it do for the city, the fan base, and to you personally, as a fan?
Well, it shows me. Actually, it means everything to Kansas City. If you've been to Kansas City, we've had some struggles in the city for a long time. And it's ever since Pat Mahomes came, it's just been turned the city around, And so it would mean that, a lot of people look at him and say he's not like the GOAT.
Come up to your mic. I'm sorry.
Since he started, he's been killing it. He's been going to AFC championships, to Super Bowls. I mean, so you've never seen nothing like it. I've never seen a quarterback like him, not with this good of a start. Tom Brady came on later on, but not like this, man. I've never seen nothing like this. So, it would mean that, I wouldn't say that he was the GOAT, but I would say that he has done something that, and our team, starting with Brett Beach all the way down, has done something that no team has ever done, and we deserve it. We deserve it.
You brought up the GOAT, and everybody love GOAT debates. I know I do. I'm especially being a podcast. I love GOAT debates. And 2 years ago, when Patrick Mahomes won his second championship, I remember exclusively Stephen A. Smith came on right on Monday morning, First Take, and declared after Patrick Mahomes' second Super Bowl, saying right now he believes that Patrick Mahomes has became equal or has not surpassed Tom Brady only after winning 2 Super Bowls.
Nah.
Now
I agree.
Now, if he wins this one, even though we haven't got to 6, whatever, even if this, do you feel like if he wins this one, this will put him in that conversation? We had this on our podcast last week, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion before you go. My opinion was just like this: if he wins this Super Bowl right now, I don't care about how many chips versus whatever. I believe him and Brady goes in the room by themselves. They in a category all by themselves. But obviously, being a Chiefs fan, is your perspective, not mine.
Yeah, I don't think that I would say. I think that he has done what no other quarterback has done. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady does have 7. I think if he goes, somebody made an interesting point. I can't remember who it was. Is when you don't have Andy Reid, or when you don't have Travis Kelce, or when you don't have the weapons that you have, can you still go to another team and win a Super Bowl? That's
Tom
hard,
Brady.
man.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady. So yeah, you won 3 in a row, but you got a mastermind on the sideline that's helping you do this.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But can you go to to another team, the Browns, and muster up a championship or something like that? And if he wins these 3, this one, and then maybe he win another one, then I would say, you know what, he's a GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to win 6 or 7. I don't think he has to do that.
I agree.
If he wins 4 in a row, if he could win 4 in a row, I would put him up there with Tom Brady. No, not 3. Like he said, he has to go to another team with another coach, a whole nother staff, and do the same thing and get a Super Bowl. If Mahomes can't do that, then he at least needs to win 4 in a row. That will put him over the top.
That'll put him over the top.
Now, Dave, I'm gonna ask you the same question, but I'm gonna reword it differently. Dana has been over and over and over again, consistently, and probably in your mind, just getting a little weird at some points, calling your quarterback mediocre. If he wins this Super Bowl, where does that
Here, he's
place
right
him in
here.
the category of some of the greats?
Who, as far as Jalen Hurts?
Yes, sir.
I look at Jalen because I'm an OU fan as well. So he played for OU. I look at Jalen Hurts as a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's in my top 10, straight up. Right this year, he's in top 5 because nobody else got there.
Yeah, fact.
I mean, that's just
Why did he get? How did he get to OU? Why did he go to OU? Tell me why. Since he's
because
so
he was
damn
playing
great.
beside another great quarterback. You can't have two great quarterbacks on the same team. Somebody got to
Oh,
go. But he took us to a national championship.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he won the Heisman. So I mean, come on now.
He's good. I'm
Thank
not. I
you.
don't.
Thank
I
you.
don't
He's not
I don't
mediocre.
I don't take that. I don't take. But it's those. It's those fumbles. It's those little things that he do. They touch him on the fingernail. Now he got a concussion.
We're
Dana,
not gonna go there.
Stuff like that, man.
I'm gonna answer that
Come on,
question
man.
for you
Can't
because
even
I'm a
touch
Jalen Hurts fan.
Mahomes. It's rough in the pass.
Go play with his
Hey,
ankle,
Dana,
bro.
as much as we love Nick Saban, as much as we love his reign over there at Alabama, he does have flaws because he's not human. And him letting Jalen Hurts go was one of the most dumbest decisions ever because we saw what came out of Tua Tagovailoa. He was no better, right? And then Jalen transfer portal went right on over there to OU and became a first-round draft pick. I mean, a first number overall draft pick, right?
Won a championship with.
He got. I get it. He got hurt. You don't. But see, that's what college football is, right? You get hurt, and they don't want to wait. And then next man up syndrome in that type of situation. And Jalen Hurts betted on himself. And he went to a winning situation, and his career is a whole lot better than Tua Tagovailoa. And now we're all questioning whether that guy's going to even be in the NFL long. He should not be, right? That was a coaching decision by Alabama because had he stayed in Alabama, that organization, it would have been a little different in my opinion. I don't know, but that was not his fault. You know what I'm saying? You can't control Hurts, but Jalen Hurts is him. And to bounce back from injury, to do what Dave said, go to another team and still be on top. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal out of that quarterback.
That's that LeBron James status.
so
J-Dub.
hold on to your word that he's mediocre, Dana. You still want to hold on to that?
I mean, he's been to the bowl two times in 3 years. Why is that mediocre?
It's because he got I just told you 4 or 5 times he got an all-star team.
AJ Brown can't catch the ball without somebody.
Oh my God! Here we go. Okay.
So Dana,
I can quarterback for the Eagles and get to the Super Bowl with that
He
team.
runs just as much as Mahomes, if not more. He might not be as accurate as Mahomes.
Yeah.
But he's
a solid quarterback, man. I give him that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But when you're talking about a transcending quarterback who's gonna get you, who's gonna win in against Buffalo with 19 seconds left.
Yeah.
Do you ever see Jalen Hurts? Can you
I ain't seen
Jalen Hurts
Mahomes put up half 100 on nobody. Not in no bowl, not in no championship game.
Because he's a winner. He don't have to. He don't have to.
Philly put up half 100.
It only takes you 1 point to win, one more point to win over a team. It don't matter.
Now, out of respect, because we're in the Super Bowl, I will say this. Philadelphia Eagles don't oftentimes find themselves in a situation to where they need a touchdown to win at the end of the game. That just facts. Just play facts. They win by a lot. So that just not to disrespect the Kansas City Chiefs because we know if he has the ball last with just a one possession game, that's what he's good at. But the name of the game is don't put yourself in that situation, and that's what Eagles do well. Before we wrap it up, man, I want to give Coach D-Way and Coach J-Dub give you guys some final questions for the guys. Starting with J-Dub, what you got? Give a final question for the guys.
I don't have a final question for the guys. It's going to be a good Super Bowl. All good. My last 7 days have been watching women's basketball. So that's been phenomenal. But we got the Super Bowl coming up, and nothing basketball starts until the Super Bowl is over. I get it.
So your prediction for this game is Kansas City? What's your prediction?
My prediction for this game is I want Philadelphia to win 28-17. Saquon 2 touchdowns and 180 yards.
Hey man,
Run
hold
all
on.
over.
Now you backpedaling. You just said something different at the beginning of the podcast.
No, he
No,
never said
What
he
I
wanted
say?
to
What
win.
I say?
Yeah,
What I
yeah,
say?
you
Tell
said
me.
He said he
you
thinks
said
they
Kansas
would
City
win,
will
but
win by
who he
3.
wants to win
You
is
said
two
I
different
want Kansas City to win by 3.
No, that's
That's
not
what you
what he
said.
said.
No, I don't want
Nope.
Kansas City to win by 3. I might expect them to win by 3, but I want
Oh,
Saquon
okay.
Barkley to have
Okay.
2
Okay.
touchdowns. I don't want Kansas City to win, but I might expect them to win. That is truth. I'll give you that.
Okay.
All right, Coach G-Way, what you got? Final thoughts and last questions.
Yes, so a couple of things. I think it would be just super cool if, because Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday is Saquon Barkley's birthday. I think it'd be super cool if he went off for about 215 yards and had about 3 touchdowns. You know, just because he's a
It's his
class act,
birthday.
he's a good guy. But here's the deal: both these teams have some superstars on their teams. Okay, I'm not changing what I said. If Hurts plays well, Eagles are going to be hard to beat. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for a really good game. The game lives up to all the hype and all the expectation, and I hope the game goes into overtime, and that after the overtime period, the game is still tied, and they have to play sudden death. That would be the perfect scenario for me.
That would be.
Now,
No.
that
No.
would bring
Yeah.
Harrison
No.
Butker
No.
into it. Then
I
Harrison
don't need
Butker
nothing
comes
that
in.
close. Because if
So
it's that close, the refs can decide the game if it's that close. I don't want
what
that.
I'm say is it's gonna be good, y'all. So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Eddie
this is gonna
Tate
be a
was
hell of a
trolling
game.
Dana earlier, talking about he didn't know what he was talking about, but he said Kansas City 3-peat by 10. He's giving a 10-point spread over Kansas City.
That guy Eddie
Wow.
Tate doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
it.
He's a
Yeah.
49ers fan, so we gonna give him a pass on that. You know what I'm saying?
And the 49ers is my second like team,
Yeah.
but Eddie doesn't know what he's talking about. We'll win by 10 or more.
On normal occasions, because this is the FairWeather fan, we do welcome all opinions. Because it's a Super Bowl show, if your team is not in it or it didn't make the playoffs, you really don't have a dog in this fight.
Absolutely.
I'm a FairWeather fan, so all my teams made the playoffs. And both my teams are in the Super Bowl, and my team will win. So that's just kind of how I roll right now. I got on Kansas
I
City,
didn't
but
know
like
you
I
was a
said,
Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Dave, I just look.
There we
you
go.
know,
There we go.
that's just how
A
I,
Ram fan.
you know.
He's really a Cowboy fan.
Hey,
He's just
listen.
a fan.
I'm a fan of football, man. Dana's right. I'm a Cowboy fan, and this what happens when you be a Cowboy fan. You find yourself rooting for all other teams because our team ain't doing what they're doing. You know, I just want any team that's doing it right. That's how you roll as a Cowboy fan. But y'all, man, it's been great. My final thoughts is this right now. Let me find that question. Win or loss? I'm gonna let you guys win or loss. What's the next step for these for the team? Dave, win or loss for the Eagles? What's the next step going into next year?
Going into next year is like every year. We will lose one of our head coaches, offensive or defensive. I'm sure Kellen Moore will take a head coaching job for the Saints or wherever they choose. So win or lose, we're going to lose somebody. We're always losing coaches.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown's
How
not
about
going anywhere. No, player wise, we'll keep our players, but win or lose, we're still going to keep our head high. We're still going to be a great team next year, and it is what it is. Kansas City, I don't know. People getting tired of seeing them. Hell, even the refs may get tired of seeing them and start giving them so many damn first down calls and pass interference and what is it, roughing the passer calls. If I see another damn pass and a roughing the passer call on Pat Mahomes and he's barely touched, I'm gonna break my damn.
They can stop roughing the passer then.
Dave, for the last 3 years, for the last 2 years, you guys have had a phenomenal postseason. The way you drafted, the way you got in the free agency, the way you did some trades. Do you see this happen again for Philadelphia Eagles to get better?
Absolutely, it's because our general manager. Yeah, we have a great general manager, and that's he does a phenomenal job in drafting players and picking players, and if they hard heads, we let them go now. We don't hang on to them and deal with that riffraff anymore. We get rid of them.
So, what is the one piece y'all need in postseason that you think that will get you guys, what I'm saying, either back to the Super Bowl or to win the Super Bowl if you don't win it this year?
Man, we solid in all areas if everybody's healthy. We have two great and phenomenal linebackers. Even though he's out, one of them's out for this game, but I mean, our D line is great. Our O line is great. The Sheen came in and just started playing phenomenal in the backfield. If we can keep our team what we have now, we don't need to change anything.
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree.
All right, Dana. So what is next for the Kansas City Chiefs? Win or loss? What's the next step? Win or loss?
Win. I mean, it's expected. We still retool and get our top receiver back, which is Rice. We kind of retain, a couple of our other receivers and retool, man. I mean, we're a little bit weak on the offensive line. I think it's the left tackle, but we'll Brett Veach is a monster, man. He gets he's so underrated he's one of the guys that keeps us going, man. And so, through the draft and through free agency, we'll be stronger next year. So you better get us right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Dana, I was impressed how well the offensive line played
when they moved
with Jason Kelsey retiring. I was really impressed that they still played at a high level.
You're talking about the Eagles?
Yeah, Jason Kelsey with the Eagles.
I'm sorry, David.
Yeah.
At the center position though, I didn't.
They still have Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson in there, and
yeah,
I wasn't when he retired. I wasn't worried because I was like, well, hell, that position is not really that hard. You put a big body in there, Now he has had some bad snaps this year. I will say that he has had some high snaps, but he finally got it together. But yeah, when I was ready for Kels to go because hell, he's doing great still. Not that I didn't like the guy; he was phenomenal. But I wasn't.
Y'all offensive coordinator did a phenomenal job, Dave. By I don't know if y'all noticed that they kind of expected that Kelsey would be retiring, and so y'all know the whole situation with yoked up. So they actually had him training his replacement. You know what I'm saying? They had him yoked up with some of those guys on the O line. So basically, it's the next man up syndrome. So that was phenomenal, just brilliance by the coordinator and the coaching staff over to do that. Kansas City, Dave, Dana, y'all haven't been bad in the postseason, but y'all been kind of like middle of the pack average. Obviously, the option of them is to protect Mahomes, so y'all have done a great job at that. But what can you guys do because you need a running back? You got Hunt, Pacheco. Are you satisfied with those two guys, one or the other? Or what position can you add to that team?
Me personally, I with Hunt, he don't have that burst to me. He can't hit that line hard like that. He's a power runner. We really do need a RB1, man.
But didn't y'all just pick up what's his name? P. Ryan? Who was it? From OU?
Yeah, we got P. Ryan. Yeah, we got P. Ryan. P. Ryan is nice. P. Ryan is a good addition. He's a good pass catcher. He's a good pass catcher. He's not no. He don't run between the tackles good.
Is Pacheco hurt?
Well, Pacheco was been hurt mostly all season. So, but next year he'll be fully healthy. Hopefully we can get another running back and get our offensive line set, and then we'll have Rice back and we'll go for 4.
The Eagles were in the land of the free, but of the home of the Chiefs. Ooh wee, that was smack talk. That is smack talk from Mama Rucker.
Yeah, we'll see, Miss Rucker. We will definitely.
Man, so this has been awesome, man. First of all, I know it was the last minute to get you guys on here, man. I really appreciate you guys coming on. We did this last year. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know the reason why I went live. Okay, this is a bunch of FairWeather fan facts. Prior to last year, I was just doing YouTube videos, creating them, then post them later. But when I did this particular show last year, Dave gave me the idea. He said, "Eric, won't you go live? It only makes sense for when you have these type of situations, other folks can get involved." So thank you, Dave, for putting that bug in my head. And since that conversation. This is what I've been doing this whole season. So appreciate you. We're the FairWeather Fan. I got my two awesome co-hosts on here, man. J Dub and Coach D-Way, man. Thank you, Dave. Much love. For
likewise,
that
man.
existence, man. I'll let you guys have y'all final words, and we can go ahead and close this thing out and get ready for Sunday. Dave, let's start with you. Final words.
You want me to sing the Eagles song? Because that's my
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Fly, Eagles, fly, and watch them go. Hit them low. Hit
I don't want
high.
this guy to jump on me over here.
Hey,
y'all gonna hear enough of it. Y'all gonna hear enough of it come next Sunday anyway.
Yeah, at least Dave, come on. At least do it. Let's do the acronym. Ready? 1, 2, 3. EAGLES. Eagles.
Look at it. He over here tripping.
Go ahead, Dana, man. What's your final thoughts, man?
I got a question. Dana, where you watching the game? Where y'all watching the game?
My final words is,
oh, Lord.
Yeah, locked up.
my final words is, may the Midwest reign forever, baby.
The mid-range wave forever.
Y'all done made enough money. It's time for a new team to move in now.
Chiefs. May we
Everybody
reign forever.
knows.
Y'all know
Everybody
what it
knows.
is.
Nah,
Y'all know what it is.
I'm sorry.
Man, I have no idea where I'm watching game. Probably I just been working
Oh.
on my whole head has been the work has been kicking my butt.
You're welcome to come over to the crib because I'm gonna have wings and beer and drink and the whole nine, and we're gonna have a nice little get together at the crib.
Look at Jay Dudley. So where you at?
I want some wings and some beer and some crib. I want all that.
Hey, if you in Dallas, come through.
That man up there in cold country. He up there with
Yeah.
He wearing a stocking cap in the house. I know he in the cold country somewhere.
Yeah, he up there where they call Yellowstone. Up there, we up there with the Dutton family.
Montana.
Oh, yeah.
Where you at, Coach?
Man, I'm out here in North Dallas in the Louisville, Flower Mound, Grapevine area.
Yeah,
you right by you live right by me.
Well, he live a lot.
Right.
Yeah, you're in character, but he way on the backside of Louisville. He way up there.
Way up.
Yeah.
The backside of Louisville. He said,
He said North Dallas, but he don't know his directions. But he's a world traveler. He got his roots all over the place.
He said North Dallas, Louisville.
I'm right
I
off
live everywhere. I live everywhere.
He said all of them.
All of them. But y'all, it's been so fun. It's been so awesome, man. Thank you guys for coming watching, y'all, man. Listen,
Enjoyed it.
This has been the FairWeather Fan Show, man. Listen, so join me probably Monday morning, afternoon. I don't know, sometime Monday morning or Tuesday. We're gonna give our post-game reaction. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna talk about it, and emotions are welcome. I will send a link out to you guys. If you guys want to come in and have a post-game show on next Tuesday or Monday, whenever you guys are available, and just kind of talk about what we saw, what we like, highs and lows, things that went right, things that went wrong. You know what I'm saying? That would be fun to get on here and just close it on out that way, y'all. But to those of you who are still watching, man, listen, we have been on a run on the FairWeather Fan Show, really, really, really promoting women's basketball. The Unrivaled League has been something that you've never seen before. We saw the situation with college, how college hoops, women hoops has really taken off. And y'all, WNBA and Unrivaled League is something to watch. Yes, South Carolina still doing their thing. But y'all, just get into women's sports and Unrivaled League.
To say.
And when we get into the one-on-ones, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but the Unrivaled League will have one-on-one competition. Mom Phoenicia Collie has been showing her tail off, so I expect her to win it all between her and maybe I still got Erika Gumawali on there because she's cold. But anyway, y'all, man, women's sports has been on the rise. We talk about the new young lady from Lubbock, Texas, who is the #1 in the nation. So Valdez. So she's been trending on media, man. Watch her, the #1 high schooler. So the women's basketball is in good hands, is what I'm trying to say. So y'all keep showing your love and support. This has been your boy EC22 of FairWeather Fan Channel, man. Thank you guys. But once again, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. But most of all, join the conversation, y'all. And once again, one love. We are